Okay, good morning everyone. Without any further ado, Ms. Sabaa Tahir.
I'm going to go backwards and rewind a little and start at the beginning, at this motel. This is where I grew up. And it was out in the middle of nowhere. And when I say the middle of nowhere, I really mean it. This is the Mojave Desert. When I was growing up out here, I was one of the only people of color. My family is Pakistani, and there were just no other brown people out there. And I actually turned to books because I had this feeling of not having a voice and not having any power.
Writing is one of those things where you do have a lot of confidence, you know, there are a lot of confidence issues, but you have to have a deep down belief that your story is worth telling.
Writers are very insecure. That's probably why we sit around in the dark, like writing books, because like we don't want to face the world, you know?
So my first book, An Ember in the Ashes, was published last April, and very fortunately, lots of readers liked the book, and so the publisher picked up the sequel to it, which is A Torch Against the Night, which came out last week.
It's interesting. My first draft of the book actually started where Torch starts. So it started with the characters together, Elias and Laya together, and I realized there was like so much backstory, and I realized I had to like rewind, like how did they get here?
What really like made it come to life with these characters and everything?
All the research that I did, that I talked about, so you know, talking to warriors, researching ancient Rome and getting a sense of what it looked like and felt like.
I interviewed a West Point cadet. I interviewed an FBI agent. I interviewed a gentleman who had fought in the Battle of Fallujah, and I interviewed a police sergeant.
So do you have any advice for like aspiring writers?
Yeah, so I have a couple of simple pieces of advice. One is to never give up, which sounds very generic, but I think it is actually the thing that got me through. Being really stubborn and just being like, nope, I'm gonna keep going, I don't care. And then the second is to read a lot, a ton. If you want to write, you have to read. Oh, thank you for having me. I'm happy to be here. It was really fun.
And really nice talking to you.
Nice talking to you.